Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Shabbat Shalom, Jonathan. Bim bam, bim bim bam. Hey, Tucson Jim. Bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Rabbi Americo. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam. Bim bim bam. Bim. Bim bim bam. Bim bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Manai שבר אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנאי שבר אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב שבר אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב שבר אחים גם יחד. Rabbi Americo, how are you doing? And Tucson Jim, and who else is here? Let me see. So, it's true. I'm in Florida, and not that that's a big deal, but I'm also streaming from my phone, and I hope it all works out okay. So, someone said that the sound wasn't so good. I hope it's better because there's nothing I can do. Rabbi Americo, how do I sound in Portugal? All right. And Pedro, how do I sound in Portugal? Just say it sounds good, even if it doesn't. All right. Like the background. You like the background? Yeah. This is, I'm staying with a friend here in Florida, and yeah, there's a little picture on the wall. I don't know what to say. It's lovely. Hey, Troy, how you doing? Rabbi Poland. So let me make an announcement. So if someone would call out the pages, that would be awesome. Sue Marie is here because I'm not going to be able to show the service. Unfortunately, you're just going to see me. I apologize. But if someone would just type in the pages occasionally to help out so people can follow, that would be great. All right? So there's one more time. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, bim, bim. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to everyone around the world. Let's sing a little Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat. Whoa, I gotta scroll up. Shalom. The Mackenzie family is here. Anthony is here. All right, I love it. Rabbi Misha is here. Let me see who's here. Look at this. I didn't, I'm doing this on my little phone, and I love technology. God bless it. Let's see. Taru is here from Japan. It's beautiful. Nice sound. Great. Okay, good. So we're good. I love it when things work. Yes? Okay, so let's sing a little Amar Rabbi Akiva. I haven't done that for a while. Amar Rabbi Akiva, Amar Rabbi Akiva, Ve'ahavta l'reacha, l'reacha kamocha, ze klal gadol, gadol b'Torah, Amar Rabbi Akiva. Said Rabbi Akiva, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is the great principle of Torah. Amar Rabbi Akiva, Amar Rabbi Akiva, Ve'ahavta l'reacha, l'reacha kamocha, ze klal gadol, gadol b'Torah, Amar Rabbi Akiva. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue Bowers, for calling out the pages. Beautiful. All right. So, let's continue with Nishmat Kol Chai. The soul of everything alive blesses your name, Adonai our God. And the spirit of all flesh glorifies and exalts your name forever, O Sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. V'ruach kol basar shefaer u'dromeim zichrecha tamid. Sing each phrase after me. Nishmat, nishmat, kol chai, tivarech, tivarech, et shimcha, Adonai Eloheinu. Rabbi Jenny, are you actually making eggplant? You're getting me hungry. After services, we're going out to get something to eat. All right. So let's continue now with the candle lighting. Please, everyone, I want you to symbolically, if you don't have candles in front of you, I want you to light the candles with me. Sue Marie's going to tell you the page, and we're going to do it together. All right. So the tradition is you close your eyes, right? Bring in the light of Shabbat 1, 2, 3 times. All right. And close your eyes. Join with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has made us holy by your commandments, and who has commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, David and Joe in Florida. And of course, Jonathan Schwartz, Shabbat Shalom to you. Thank you, Sue Marie. Your sound is very good today. Excellent. You know, sometimes it's amazing to me that, you know, I put all this energy into getting the sound with my mixer and everything like that. And here I am with my little uke and in a room. Actually, the room sounds really good. And the sound seems to be okay. So that's great. All right, let's continue. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharit, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, Boachem LeShalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nil Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, Tzedchem l'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, Kadosh, Baruch Hu. Bless me with peace, angels of peace, angels of the Most High, the Supreme, Kadosh, Baruch Hu. Bless us, please, angels of peace. Bless the world with peace. The world is so troubled, as we all know. We've seen a terrible tragedy this week. Another terrible tragedy, and we've seen the world just continue to seem to grow worse. The military stuff and people dying, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse. Our response, we have to pray. We have to pray for peace, above all. We have to pray for peace. We have to pray for kind moments in the middle of this tragedy and this horror, and for comfort. That's our job, ladies and gentlemen. And then we got to fix it. So, all right, let's sing. Let us sing the Sabbath prayer from Fiddler on the Roof. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long lives. May God make you good mothers and wives. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. Love that song. Love that song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lecha Dodi, let us welcome the Shabbat Queen. Lecha Dodi, let's welcome the Shabbat. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Shamur v'zachor v'dibur echad, Yishmianu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad, V'shemo echad, V'shemo l'tiveret v'lidhilat. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret v'ayla, Gam v'simcha v'tzala, Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Mazel Tov! Shabbat Shalom. Anthony, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And Jonathan, it's all right. We actually did hear you, because we do hear you. And you didn't sound that bad. I'm only kidding. All right, and the Clemens are here. Lovely. Wow, look at this. I love this tonight. It's beautiful. People that haven't been with us for a while. And so Anthony and two Anthonys. There's a lot of Anthonys. All right. We continue now with our Baruch Hu. Now, before we do the Baruch Hu, the official call to worship, I'd like you all to please type in Shabbat Shalom and where you are in the world. All right? Give a shout out to my parents in New Jersey. Yes, I am in Florida. You knew I was going. Shabbat Shalom. All right. And the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu. Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Leolam Va'ed. I want to see all those names. Oh wow, look at all of you. La 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 la. Isn't that beautiful, South Carolina? La 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 la. The Catskills, Nova Scotia. It's beautiful. Wow, all of you here. A couple things. Shabbat Shalom, all of you. Welcome. Rabbi Americo is going to be with me for my Seder next week. God willing. Looking forward to that. He's going to join us with the family. And let's see, who else? Austin, Texas is here. Is that Rabbi Robbie? Or that's Rabbi Misha, I think. And Aldaberto. Excellent. All right. Love it. It's great to see you all. And bless you all for joining me. And of course, Joanna. Soon to be, one day to be Cantor Joanna. Very good. Let us continue with the Shema. Please join with me. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Tov Yolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol mehodecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shachpecha u'v'kumecha u'keshartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chadavdam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'sha'arecha. And we conclude in the English, thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God, Adonai Elohechem Emet. I am the Lord your God, who is truth. And I see all these echads and emet. Beautiful. Rabbi Robbie, the house concert thing sounded interesting. You know, we should talk. I don't know what your schedule is. Maybe you could do something in our place. Maybe we could do a Sim Shalom thing. I don't know. Let's talk. See what we can do. I don't know how many people I can guarantee. But if you have a place in New York, maybe you guys would pull in people. So I'm sorry. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue with this Shamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asor et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל Ori le'olam, ori le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat v'asot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. And the children of Israel shall keep the Shabbat, to observe the Shabbat throughout their generations, for an everlasting covenant. It's a sign between me and the children of Israel forever, that in 6 days Adonai made the heavens and the earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from the work and rested. Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadav Yitgadash Shemei Rava B'yam Adivrach Chilutei B'yamlich Malchutei B'chayechon B'yom Echon Uv'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala Uv'izman Karib V'imaru Amen. Yeh Shemei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Ulol Me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnasei V'yiratar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shemei Dikud Shaberichu La'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shihirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Me'oma V'imaru Amen. We join together now for the Amidah, the Tefillah, the Shemona Esrei, except it's not Shemona, Friday night. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Ve'Elohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Gula Livnei B'neihem L'man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Elam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rab Le'Oshia Mechalkel Chaim V'Chesed V'Chayei HaKol V'Rachamim Rabim Somech Nofim Ma'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mechayei Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umi Tomelach Melech Meimi U'Mechayei U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah Le'achayot Meitim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll pause for a moment of silent prayer. All right. shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimaru. Amen. May the maker of peace in high places bring peace to us, to all the people throughout the world, to Jerusalem, to, you name it. You can pretty much go around the hemisphere, the whole world, and they all need peace. Yes? So, there you go. I want to wish you all Shabbat Shalom. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about Passover, because guess what? It's Shabbat HaGadol, and this is supposed to be the Shabbat when the rabbi gives you a sermon about all the rules of Passover. So I thought also I would open this up to you when I'm done. If anybody wants to ask any questions whatsoever about Passover, I will try and give you an answer if I know it. If I don't, I will say, let me check on that. Anyway, let me begin. Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Tzavet Aharon v'yet banav lemor zot Torat ha'olah he ha'olah al mokteh v'al hamizbeach kol ha'layla ad haboker v'eish hamizbeach tukad bo. So the Torah portion this week is Tzav. This is the reading that you hear in synagogue, which translates to command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the burnt offering. That is the burnt offering which burns on the altar all night until morning, and the fire of the altar shall burn with it. So we know, as we discussed last week, and that this whole book of Vayikra, of Leviticus, deals. It's a manual for the Kohanim. It's all the laws, all the rules as to how to offer sacrifices. So naturally, there is this is another chapter in Leviticus, and Tzav means to command Aaron and his sons, and that's all I'm going to give you tonight. Very, very brief, the Peshat, literally. But as I mentioned earlier, it's Shabbat HaGadol. So now I'm going to give you some information about Passover that you might not know, and or if you do know, maybe I'll reinforce things for you. So Pesach was originally a spring festival. Passover, and it was actually a nature festival which celebrated the coming of spring and the first harvest of spring. In this way, it is connected to the other two Jewish festivals, which comes up in about 7 weeks after Passover starts. Shavuot, which is the festival of weeks, and then subsequently in the fall we have Sukkot, right? The festival of booths. All three were agrarian in origin. That means they were farm related, and they carry us back to the days when Jews were tribes of shepherds wandering in the desert. Not unlike in the Middle East, there are still tribes. In fact, that seems to be the big problem. We have a myriad of tribes that don't like each other, and that's one of the issues. That's oversimplification, I understand, but that does seem to be to loom ever present. The idea of tribes just hating each other. But anyway, the origins of Passover lie in the pre-Israelite spring celebrations of the first grain harvest and the births of the first lambs or goats of the season. The observance of this festival of Passover featured the sacrifice of a lamb or a goat and all members of the family made a meal of it in the middle of the night. Interestingly enough, black Israelites, black Hebrews, they, in many communities still have a tradition of slaughtering a lamb. Because they're rabbinic in tradition, and they don't, they're Torah related in tradition, they're not rabbinic. So they still follow the tradition the way it's outlined in the Torah. So the lamb was roasted, and it was forbidden to leave any part of the animal uneaten by the time the morning came. And at the morning was the end of the festival. These families had a tradition of putting blood of the sacrifice onto their tent posts as an antidote to the plagues. Remember, that is how the Malach HaMavet, the angel of death, knew which house not to go to. They sprinkled blood on the lintels of their homes as an antidote to plagues, misfortunes, or illnesses, and in the hopes that good luck and safety would be coming for them in the upcoming year. And it's fascinating and important to note that this custom was prevalent among other nomadic peoples of this time, believe it or not. All three were observed long before the deliverance from Egypt. So what we're saying is that this idea of slaughtering, putting blood on the doorpost, was a way to mitigate evil spirits. Okay, before we adopted it. All three were right. Okay. And I said that right. In other words, okay. So by the time the redactors of the Torah canonized the sacred myths, Passover in our Jewish tradition evolved to transform this pagan ritual into an event of deliverance from oppression, which begins, of course, on the 15th day of Nisan. It lasts 7 days in Israel and 8 days here and throughout the diaspora. It's important to note that the idea of deliverance became particularly acute and embedded in our Jewish culture during the time of Rabbinic Judaism, during the time of the Roman oppression. God had redeemed the Israelites from bondage in Egypt, and it was time for God to do the same for the Jews who were oppressed by the Roman regime. Jews looked for a second Moses and began to welcome Elijah, the prophet, to Seders. That's why Elijah heralds, when we welcome Elijah, we pray that Elijah comes because he heralds the coming of Moshiach, the coming of the Messiah. That's the tradition. That's why we bring him in. We're hoping he'll stay. We don't want him to go. We're hoping he'll stay, and the Messiah will come. I have to tell you, with things looking as ominous as they are, maybe this is the year the Messiah will arrive. However that happens, not necessarily as a person, but as maybe an attitude or coming together of the world to fight evil. Maybe that is the Messiah. Because his resurrection would foreshadow the coming of the Messiah and would forever free the Jews from bondage and install God as the one source of unity and holiness for mankind. Our modern observance of Passover consists of the following, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me. First of all, you have to sell your chametz. So go on to Sim Shalom's website. I posted it. Go sell your chametz. I mean, but in the Jewish Universalist tradition, you don't sell it to me and I'm going to act as your agent and then sell it to a non-Jew. No. In our tradition, you're going to take responsibility to clean a little bit and don't use chametz. That's all you're going to do. And then you're going to send me all your money as a donation. Please. We welcome your money. So that's the first thing. Go to the Sim Shalom website, go to the news page, and right there you can sell your chametz to me. I mean, not sell your chametz, but assume personal responsibility. Then, the night before the morning of the first Seder, we do Bedikat Chametz, which is the search for chametz, and it's customarily made with a candle, a feather, and a wooden spoon. There's a blessing. It's a lovely ritual. It's really the best for little kids, But you must always, the most important thing to remember is you must make a list of the 10 places where you put your chametz, because you'll never remember. And if your kids don't find it, then you've got chametz laying around your house. So make a list. I put it in the drawer. I put it in the whatever. If you got little kids, it's a lovely custom, and I actually still do it. I know, even though I don't have little kids. Okay, and then in the morning you take the chametz that you found. You say a blessing to nullify the idea that you might have chametz anywhere in your house. All right? All of this can be found in a Jewish prayer book, in the Siddur. And then, of course, we have a Seder. On this year, it's going to be on Friday night, which is very, very rare that it's actually on a Shabbat. So we have a Seder on Friday night, and some people will have a Seder on Saturday night. We just do one, typically. You know, the tradition, if you're conservative Jews, to have two, and sometimes because it's such a social, a wonderful way to get together, many people are invited to a second Seder. Saturday night's probably going to be a really popular night to do a Seder. So there might be a lot of Seders throughout the world this year on Saturday night. The first 2 days of Passover and the last 2 days are literally they're a festival, and they have pretty much the laws of Shabbat. There's something, not quite, but you're not supposed to work, you're not supposed to drive, you're not supposed to, the first 2 and the last 2, they have a very high level of required observance if you're traditional. And the middle days are known as Chal HaMoed, and those days are free. You could do whatever you want, just don't eat chametz. Prohibited foods include the following that are considered chametz: leavened bread, cakes, biscuits, crackers, cereal, coffee containing cereal derivatives, although I don't even know where you would get that, wheat, barley, oats, spelt, rye, and all liquids containing ingredients from flavors made from grain alcohol. Yes. Vodka, no. Scotch, no. Can't do it. Okay? There's plenty of other things to drink. Go get some Pesadika wine, and you will enjoy it. It'll be great. There is in modern years, Ashkenazic authorities have allowed certain kitniyot. Kitniyot are grains and legumes such as rice, corn, soybeans, string beans, peas, lentils, and now quinoa. They've embraced it. So you know what? It's okay to eat that. 2 common theories as to why this is so, why these items why they were not allowed, is because these products can be made into these kitniyot could be made into products that look like chametz. So to avoid that, the rabbi said, no, you can't do it. So today, though, the modern conservative rabbis, many of them, and they just say it's okay. So you can have a lot of stuff today. There's no reason. It's not hard to be Passover observant, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not. So that's the story. With that, and that's what I wanted to say to you. So again, go sell your chametz on Sim Shalom's website. Send me a lot of money. It's a fundraiser. It's good for you, good for me. And yes, you got to give it up, Tucson Jim, for the 8 days of Passover. You can do it. I know you can do it. So I want to wish you all wonderful seders, a Zis Pesach, and I also want to mention to you on next Friday morning we're going to have a siyum at 9:30 in the morning. I'll be on. I'm going to put on tefillin, and we'll do a half-hour top service, a little teaching, and firstborns among you will be free to eat. It's a tradition that firstborns should fast until the Seder, from that morning through the Seder. And to relieve yourself of that responsibility, if you're a firstborn, you have a siyum. You go to a siyum. So I'm going to do one to free you. I might be the only one online, but anyone that cares to join me, I'll be on at 9:30 in the morning. Short service, and please join with me. That night we're going to have a Kabbalat Shabbat service. It won't be as long. But we're doing it at 6 o'clock instead of 7, ladies and gentlemen. 6 p.m. because people will be at Seders. So if you can join me, please do. Rabbi Americo will be with me, and we're going to do a special ritual just for Rabbi Americo. And so join us Friday morning at 9:30 and Friday evening at 6. All right? Anything else? Any questions? Yeah, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, yes. I did, Anthony. I mentioned did you ask me that a few minutes ago? Perhaps you can mention it. I must have missed your message. So yes, so please join with me. Any questions before I move on and begin to conclude? Are there any questions from the world? Well, you don't have to be a firstborn to join me. It's a lovely service. It's nice. It'll give you put you in the mood for Passover. Please join with us at 9:30. You don't have to be a firstborn. You can be just a regular person. All right? Okay. So, let us continue with. First, let me get to the service. Forgive me. It's right here. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. We got to do a prayer for healing. Prayer for healing. Mishaberach abutenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Please type in the names of anyone that you'd like to mention who are in need of healing. This evening, first and foremost, comes to mind the families of all these of the victims of that horrible tragedy. It's just unbelievable. What this co-pilot did. So we have them in our hearts, right? I have my dear friend Bambi Fass and Heidi Ackerman. Anyone else, please type their names in here. All right, I know there's a little delay. I see it. Yeah. Mabel Anise and Tony. And the other Tony. Okay, I see you. Can't do Dale Lynn. I'm not going to be able to read out the names. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Me, Joe, okay. Benjamin Moshe, Ben Sarah Avraham, Janet. I'm trying to get what I can here. But don't worry, you type in their names, it's all going to the same place. Nina Fine, yes. David Chaim Ben Bela, Faith K, Louise Pat. My wife's good God is back, okay. Rabbi Vicky, Don Rubin, Al Post Clemens. Thank God you came through and you're all right, Al? Kiko, Alberto, boys, a lot of sick people, huh? All right, and Teresa. Okay, but we're going to get them better. We're going to help. We're sending out our healing energy to all of them. Mishaberach abotenu makor habracha labotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us join together and say, Amen. All right. Let us conclude then with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach, l'adon hakol, l'atei gedula, l'yotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzon, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koraim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. נאמר והיה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו ושמו אחד. And it's said that Adonai shall rule over all the earth in one day, and on that day Adonai shall be one, and the name one. At this time, we're going to join together for the mourner's Kaddish. Again, we're going to have in mind all of the victims of that evil, of that terrible tragedy in Germany. In France, excuse me, in France. The mourners, and of course anyone else that you care to acknowledge, that you appear in your site or in mourning. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach li'olam ulol me olmaya. Yitborach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining with me this evening for my service from Florida. I'm amazed that it worked. Everything worked great, and I hope the quality was good for you. Let's make Kiddush before we conclude. Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Sher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava v'ratzanim chilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techil ala mikra'ei kodesh, zecher litziad mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta v'yatanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon, Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. All right, Shabbat Shalom. This is for Tucson Jim. We're going to do the Spock. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause His countenance to shine upon you. May the Lord fill you all with light and joy and love and just the freedom of lightness of being and beautiful things. And be grateful for what you have, ladies and gentlemen. Be grateful. You're lucky to have what you have. You are. God bless you all. Shabbat Shalom. I will see you Monday through Thursday. We have our services, our amazing rabbis, right? Next Friday morning, don't forget, 9:30. I'll see you. And then Friday at 6 o'clock for a pre-Seder service with Rabbi Americo from Portugal. Just that alone it means you have to come. All right? God bless you. I love you. Thanks so much. Have a great week. Shabbat Shalom.